Well, hello. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you are chiming in from around the world. I am your hostess, Janice Parker, and welcome to our travel and vacations. Everybody loves it. Presentation. Excited to share some amazing information with you. And to those of you who are our VIP guests, those of you, our pastors, our lawyers, our doctors, our attorneys, our clergymen, those of you who are working in business for yourself, those of you who want maybe working for somebody else, but you're looking to be an entrepreneur, welcome to an opportunity to create not only crazy memories for you and your family with amazing savings and travel, but an opportunity to create an income for yourself as well. And so we're going to dive into some information. I am Janice Elisa Parker, and this income disclaimer real quickly, if grandmother were to describe it to you, she would say, baby, you can't just talk the talk, you got to what? Walk the walk. In other words, the more you do, the more you earn, right? So this is one of those businesses where it's based on sweat equity. And you know what I love is that the person who promotes you is you. But let's talk about travel first. Now, why travel? As CEOs, you may be saying to yourself, as one of our distinguished guests, why did they choose travel? Well, let me just tell you, quite frankly, everybody already loves it. Everybody is already doing it. And so we chose travel simply because it just makes sense. Now, let me give you just a little bit of history. Back in 2002, you may remember that travel was typically booked through travel agents. Do y'all remember those beautiful offices they used to have with the pretty posters of cruises and Caribbean and all those beautiful things in the brochures? Well, family, back then there were three bold visionary men who realized that, with the oncoming of the internet, things were kind of got to move in a different direction. But they had this idea to create a platform, and they did back in 2002 that really spoke to the consumer. Well, fast forward to today, they have improved upon that very same project, family, and a project that earned others hundreds of thousands of dollars and saved millions of dollars. They've made it even better. As a matter of fact, family, for those of you who love to travel, I just want you to think about the opportunity to not have to purchase online at those general public sites. No, we're not talking about going back to a travel agent, but what if there was a platform, a private platform similar to being a private member of Sam's Club, where you're able to go buy the exact same travel you may purchase somewhere else, but now you can purchase it for less? What if not only could you purchase it for less, but it would lend to ultimately free travel because you use the platform? And what if you had it right there at your fingertips? Imagine if you were leaving this Friday after a long work week. You're leaving this Friday. I want you to imagine, where would you go? If you found your dream destination and it was 30, 40, 50, 60, or 70% off, where would you go? Well, see, what we have and what we're offering you is an opportunity to own a wholesale travel and vacation membership. See, it doesn't matter where you would choose to go. You can go wherever you want. You can go as often as you want. You can go with whoever you want. But what you have, the security of mind in knowing is that our prices are significantly less than what you would pay if you would go outside to one of those sites, to the extent that we back our accommodations with 150% price match. What you have, the security of mind and knowing, is that we have a patent pending algorithm. Actually, I think the patent is no longer pending, but there's an algorithm that literally allows us to verify what the lowest price is online. Well, not us. When you hit search, that's what it's going to do for you. It's going to verify for you what is the lowest price. I chose Disney, I chose this check-in date, this checkout date with this many people. What are they charging here on Expedia, Priceline, and Travelocity? And what are they charging in the membership? Well, you know what the beautiful thing is? You have 500% more inventory that you're going to have access to, not to mention concierge, every single cruise ship. I mean, if I were to enlarge this and show this to you, you have homes and cruises and car rentals and flights, weekly stays, right? We have everything. Even if you own a timeshare, you can deposit your week right here. Now, it may seem amazing, but it's about to get even better. See? Because here's the thing, family. Let's just say we were looking at 7 days and 6 nights in Disney. Now, you would click on one of those public sites and you would see, oh my goodness, the price is $16.41. But look at your membership price, family, right there at your fingertips, a savings of $943. And I don't know about you, but if there's going to be $943 extra out there, I'm going to prefer that be on my bank card and not somebody else's. Let's go over to Rome. What if we looked at Rome, family? And what if we looked at 7 days and 6 nights? I mean, I want you to picture the food. I want you to picture the fun. I want you to picture the fashion. Those cute little cafes with the cute little tables and the cute little, I just want to do it like one time, right? And maybe take a selfie of it. But think about the excursions that you could go on. Like if you had an extra $812 right there in your bank account, couldn't you do a little bit more on your vacation to Rome? I mean, think about that, family. That's money that public sites would have kind of, extorted out of you, if you will, but that you get a chance to keep right there in your pocket. Let's look at one to Colorado. Not one of my favorite places. Don't they look like they're having fun, though? I could probably get down for my crown in Colorado if I found myself in a 2-bedroom, log cabin overlooking some beautiful mountain view for $299 for a 2-bedroom suite. That's 4 people. That's like $75 a person or $150 per couple. We could enjoy ourselves in Colorado. So it went on my bucket list. I don't know about you, but it went on my bucket list because of that price. But other than that, I had not really thought about Colorado. How about this one, though? Now, this one is one of America's, most popularly traveled destinations. And before I put up where it is, do you know where that is? Most of us do. Why? Because that's Vegas, family. The city of lights, the city that never sleeps. Well, we're able to travel there, and so will you be able to travel there, not at the wholesale price of $13.86, no, because you're a private member. Now, here's what I want you to understand. We are talking about checking in on the same dates, into the same hotel, checking out on the same dates, right? With the same size number of rooms. Everything is the same. The casinos are the the same. The delicious seafood is the same. Boys and men singing out there is the same. The difference is what you left on your bank card. See, as opposed to giving that $927 to somebody else, you left that money right in your bank account. Now, if we go down to Bora Bora, now we're talking about my favorite destination right down there in the South Pacific, family. I don't know if you've seen it. They have these over-the-water bungalows where a portion of the floor is carved away, and you can look right through your tippy toes and find Nemo right there. Well, look at how beautiful this is. Picture coming out to your deck, coming out, and the person next to you spent $6,708, and the person over to the right of you spent $6,708, but you didn't. No. You are a private member with Surge 365, so you left that $3,200 in your bank account, and now you're enjoying more of what this beautiful location has to offer because you're a private member. And doesn't it make sense? Wouldn't you want to save that kind of money? More or less, should I ask you, shouldn't you save that kind of money on your next vacation? What about cruises? I mean, with a cruise, there's everything, right? You've got your breakfast, lunch, dinner, all of your events. We're not even just talking about the 17 different cruise lines that you're familiar with, from Carnival to Royal Caribbean to Oasis to Transatlantic. We're also talking about yachts, family. We're talking about sailboats. We're talking about river cruises. One of my great friends, Coach Toma, just took a river cruise, and he said it was absolutely amazing. Well, look at our price points, family. And doesn't it make sense that if you and your family want to go on a vacation like this, that you go, but save as much money as possible? I was just talking to a young man, and I said, listen, he said, why do you enjoy your membership? I said, I enjoy my membership because the same travel that I was doing prior to owning it, I was spending 60, 70% more in some cases. But with this particular membership, whether I'm renting a car or whether I'm renting a yacht, whether I'm staying in a hotel or whether you stay in a rent, take a flight, you're able to save some money. Now, here's the beautiful thing is you have access to it right at your fingertips. See, what we have is we have an app that we can go to. This app will be downloaded. You can download it to your iOS device. You can download it to your Android device. It does not matter. Every single thing that you can book, even the 150% price match guarantee, is available on those hotels, cruises, car rentals, weekly stays, right? But you know what's amazing is this. You know how you get reward credits? You know how you earn those when you stay at Hilton with Hilton Honors, and if you stay at Holiday Inn with their platform, or if you fly with Southwest, you get reward credits. As a matter of fact, United is one of my favorite, and you get reward credits, but they typically don't last that long. Well, family, those will also never come together. Your reward credits from United will never merge with Southwest. But let me tell you what happens here. Whether you book a flight or a weekly stay or a hotel or a cruise or a car rental, all of those reward credits are added together. They have a shelf life of 10 years. Think about one day maybe earning some free travel like Charlize just did. Who is Charlize? Girlfriend of mine. Had over 100,000 reward credits, from travel in her site. And guess what? When we were going to Brazil this past October, she booked round trip out of Raleigh into Miami and then round trip out of Miami into Brazil. and all she paid was $33 for she and her husband, because her reward credits paid the rest of it. Well, we're not the only show in town. As a matter of fact, American Express, that owns a company called Inspirato, they actually have a travel membership. They're one of the oldest and longest standing membership platforms out there, because they do bring savings to their customers. But these are their price points. $10,000, $20,000, and $30,000 are the admission fees. Their one-time initiation fees are $10,000, $20,000, and $30,000. And if you look right here, $3,400 is what they charge their members just to maintain that membership. Well, you know what? Those three bold visionary gentlemen looked at what they had and decided, all of that didn't make as much sense as what they put together. So I'm going to ask you, because they saw what they did right and they saw what they could have done better, and they bought it to us in Surge 365. So you tell me, does it make sense for you to be able to go where you want, when you want, with whom you want, whether it's vacation, business travel, or everyday travel? Does it make sense that you can travel with no blackout dates, that there are never any holidays that you cannot travel on? Does it make sense that you can use your membership as much as you want with 150% price match guarantee on your accommodations? Of course it does. And you know what makes even more sense? That our price point is less than what they're charging their members per month. Oh yeah, that's what I said. Only $299 one time. Never again. No annual fees. $299 one time. And family, that's what they're charging their members for 1 month. But here's the thing. It's $63 a month, $59.95 plus some processing fees. Until 3 people, it makes sense to them like it makes sense to you. So this morning I was talking to Pastor Bullock. He's out of the Northern Virginia market. And, he was saying, he's in the middle of a fundraising project. And he says, well, you know what? I have some other pastors that are looking to do some similar things, and we all travel. I said to him, well, listen, once 3 people, it makes sense to 3 people, that $63 per month goes away. You may be saying to yourself, are you serious? I'm very serious. See, guys, we have a referral program, and there are no other companies out there that offer you a referral program where for that one-time initiation fee of $299, listen, you have no monthly subscription. Let me tell you about Tanisha. Tanisha, on just one vacation, saved $4,200 to London between the savings on her flight, the savings on her hotel stays, and her baggage fees. $4,200 in savings, and guess what? She's already referred 3 members, so she has no monthly subscription payment. How amazing is that? But see, here's a beautiful thing. Tanisha is one of our happiest members. See, our happiest members happen to be our platinum members. Now, you may be asking yourself why. Well, let me just kind of break it down to you real quickly. Our platinum members have the ability, right? Our platinum members actually have the ability to not only own the membership, but the membership allows a husband and a wife and 2 adult children to travel in the same membership. So you may be saying, Coach JP, you're kidding me, that $299? All 4 of my family members, 4 people can travel? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Not to mention there's a travel agent opportunity out there. There are some people who are looking for a career change. There are people who've already, my cousin has been booking travel for people for years, never thought about the opportunity to become a travel agent until we sat down and talked. So now she's turning what she's already been doing into a business that not only earns her income, but also earns her additional free travel. But in addition to that, an unlimited customer program. I'm going to share with you in a moment how stay-at-home moms and dads and military spouses and people that just need to raise funds for their organization are loving that platform. And you know what? It's a one-time upgrade of $200. One time, not multiple times, just one time. Same $63, same 3 and free. But guess what? Now you have infinite possibilities. So let me share with you what those possibilities are. First things we have is an unlimited share saving earnings platform. Now, what this platform allows you to do is to really operate like Expedia. Why? Because the company is going to assign to you a URL that is independent and personal to you, has never been issued before, will never be issued again. Well, you have the ability to follow a very simple system by sharing your URL with 10 people every single month and listening to 10 minutes of training every single week. You literally, open the doors for a risk-free guarantee. But here's what the company knows. The company knows that when you share your link and 10 people sign up every month, that's 120 customers in a year. Somebody is going somewhere. And the company says this: If you are the referral agent, we're not going to pay CBS and ABC and NBC. We're going to pay you. We're not going to pay for billboards and millions of dollars in advertising. We're going to pay you. So whatever your friends and family members save, you're going to earn. So let's just take a look at how it would work. See, we have been talking to dozens and dozens of non-pastors and organizations and pastors and bishops, and we're talking to little league teams, and we're talking to even a Girl Scout troop on a way to raise money. But what about you? What about if you just have friends and family and you want to share your friends and family connection with them, there's a discount with them? Well, you may have somebody who says, well, you know what, I was planning on going to Orlando, and you share your URL with them. They go on, they sign up as a free customer. They are free customers. They don't pay anything. They're free customers. And they look and they say, oh my God, it looks like I can save $511 using this young lady's link. But then they verify it online. You know, we're all from Missouri, the show me state. So they go online and they verify, yep, it really is a savings of $511. And guess what? They book it. They save $511. Is it cool that the company sends you a check next month for $306 because they saved $511? Now, who do you think is happier? Them for saving $511 or you for being the person that blessed them to save $511, but you also get a check for just sharing a URL for $306? Are you kidding me? My family gets even better than that. Because again, I mentioned I was speaking to, Pastor Bullock this morning, but he was referred to me by Pastor Good. And he has a project to expand his church. It's a $400,000 project over the course of the next 3 years. And so I was sharing with him, as I share with other nonprofit organizations, a way that our travel platform can literally create funds for their ministry. So journey with me, if you will, on a kind of a story on how I explain this to him. So I expressed to him, I asked the question, I said, do your members of your congregation travel? And he said, oh, absolutely. We all do. Me and the First Lady, we travel as well as the members, in our congregation travel as well. And I asked him, do you have any idea of where they would typically book that travel? And of course he did. He said, well, yeah, they go online and they book their travel. And I said, what if there was a URL that was issued to your church? And as opposed to the members of your organization going outside of the house to book their travel, what if they booked their travel in the house? And what if when they did that, a portion of what they saved was donated back to the house for the same travel that they were going to do this summer anyway? And so I shared with him this example that I'm sharing with you. A ministry of 1,500 members, an association of 10,000, a nonprofit of 80,000, you get the picture. What if, I asked him, only 20% of the member base travel? And we're not going to say they saved $511 or $311 or $211 or even $111. What if they only saved $150? What we're showing your organization how to do is to raise $9,000, $60,000, $480,000 to, for these different types of organizations or membership with these numbers. What if your ministry brought in $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 just from doing the same travel they were planning on doing anyway? See, family, our platform is allowing these nonprofit organizations and ministers and these associations, alumni associations, to be able to raise those funds without asking the members to do more. Just do what you were going to do anyway. Just consider the link that belongs to the organization before you go outside. So we do believe that we have the ultimate travel membership, the ultimate fundraiser, the ultimate travel agency, all wrapped up into our travel platform. And family, for those of you looking for that, you're in the right place at the right time. And so get with the person who invited you and let them know that sounds amazing and they can get you more details. But I'm only halfway through our platform. See, think about this. Think about this. Grandmother used to say, if you can find where people are spending money, if you can go, I used to rake leaves and mow yards. And she said, baby, you've got to go where people are paying people to do this. And so I had to change my demographics to where I went to rake and mow. But she said, baby, if you ever find something where people are paying money to do it, it only makes sense to go there. Well, think about this for yourself. What is the world doing? The world is traveling, yes? So if travel and vacation is something that everybody wants to do, does it make sense to have travel and vacation be your business? Well, let's not take it from grandma. Let's take it from Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett says, listen, he says to increase your wealth. Notice what he says to do. He says to start a business. He said things you like to do should become a hobby of yours, but the things that the world does The things that the world does, you become a business of yours. Well, what is the world doing? Well, remember those three bold visionary men I was telling you about? Coach Lloyd Toma, Pastor Toma, we call him Coach, his son Scott, and our president of the company, Dr. Christopher Coakley. Well, one of the beautiful things is that these gentlemen recognized the power of travel over 2 decades ago. And because they did, they put themselves in a position to have already done over $3 billion in travel sales. So let me tell you another story. I'm recently talking to a young mother, and the young mom says to me, she says, well, I'd asked her the question. I said, well, would an extra $500, a week meaning something to you and your family right now? And she was saying to me, as a matter of fact, I've been looking at going to get a part-time job. She said, but my problem is I have a senior, a junior, a freshman, and a 6th grader at home. And I'm working full-time during the day, so I'm already going 10, 11 hours a day. And then if I look at a part-time job, how many more hours I'm going to be away from my family? And I said to her, well, what if there was a possibility for us to show you how to earn $1,000? See, they've already paid out over 40,000 $1,000 bonuses. I said to her, what if there was a way that I could show you to work from home? See, I'm at home. So a lot of you are at home or you're in your car, right? What if I could show you a way to work from home, not leave those babies at home for additional hours, but to be able to create the income that you want to create right here at your fingertips? In an industry, family, but before we wrap this presentation up, these are based on 2017 numbers. Travel will do over $867 million in 1 hour. Doesn't it make sense? Shouldn't each of us put ourselves into a position where we're taking advantage of a piece of that? Well, I shared with her this. I said, what we're going to talk about is not employing you, but allowing you to be in business for yourself. See, think about it, family, for an extra $20. What I share with her and I'm sharing with you is that you have the ability to be in business for yourself. The work that and the income that will be generated will not just be based on your efforts, but each of us working together collectively as a team. You're getting paid to do what you're already doing. And because she's already busy with 4 children and activities, this business works around her schedule. She's able to be her very own boss, but also create multiple streams of income. And even though one of her questions was, well, I've never done that before, I wouldn't know how to do it. I asked her, wouldn't they train you on the new part-time job that you would get? And she said, yes. Well, we're going to train you here as well. See, family, we're going to do the heavy lifting for you. Not only do we provide you with an app similar to what Walt Disney uses to onboard new hires, we're going to train you by way of the app. Plus, we personally are going to come in and grab you by the hand and walk you step by step through the process. So I share with her this, and I want to share with those of you who are on the line this. This is the opportunity that you have right here at your fingertips. Listen, in your first 30 days, our goal will be to help you earn $1,000. And I asked her, how many hours would you have to work part-time for that? At $10 an hour, you would have to work 100 hours. What if we can show you how to do 8, 9, 10, 12 hours a week at home and earn $1,000 a month? See, what we're going to do first is we're going to help you bring on your first 3. And our goal is to do that in 8 days, because if we do, your first $150 bonus plus 30, 30, 30 for each of those referrals. And what are we doing? Showing people how to travel for less. I mean, really, right? But then we help you bring on 4, 5, 6, and 7. And I told her to notice that you kind of got a raise here, but now you're earning $50 per person. But once we have that 7th person in a 30-day window, your first 30 days, the company is going to pay you a $1,000 bonus. Well, she was pretty excited about that, especially since I told her we're going to help you to do it. It's not something that you're trying to do by yourself, but that is not the only $1,000 bonus that she nor you have opportunity to earn. As a matter of fact, once you get started, and let's just say you bring on those first 3 in your Fast Start team, all we're going to teach your team members to do is the exact same thing. Bring on those 3, but remember what that 3 does for them. Remember those 3 brings them, that makes them a team builder. Well, family, 3 of our platinum members also makes you a team builder. And now you help your team members to get rid of their monthly fee as well. See, when you get rid of that $63.95, help them get rid of that $63.95, every time 7 sales falls into your team building network, whether you lift a finger or not. And this is the piece that impressed this single mom, stay-at-home mom that didn't want to leave her children at home. Every time 7 sales falls into your team builder network, whether you did the work, all the work or not, or any of the work or not, you're going to earn a $1,000 bonus. See, if these were your first 4, so you're looking at this for the first time, you enroll 4 people, a total of 7, but these are the first 4 that fell in your team builder group. Now that's 4 of that 7. This young man goes on to become 3 and free. Guess what? Now you earned a $1,000 bonus, but watch this. you help maybe this pastor and his first lady who do a lot of traveling to save on their platinum membership, their travel with a platinum membership? Well, that's 3 of your next 7. But notice you didn't refer those 3. The pastor and the first lady referred those 3. And see, what happens is no matter who refers them in your team builder network, every time 7 sales falls into your team builder network, 7 platinum sales is going to pay you a $1,000 bonus over and over and over and over again. Now, if you were to guess, how many hours would this single mom with a junior, freshman, senior, and a 6th grader have to be away from her children to create this income? But see, she could be in her home doing the exact same thing I'm doing, inviting people to the CEO web show just like you did. And every 7 pays her a $1,000 bonus. But watch this. Every 100 sales in your team builder network will pay you a $10,000 check. Now I want you to think about that. I really want that to sink in. I want to know, how would it feel this coming Monday to go to your mailbox, and in your mailbox is a check for $10,000. It's normally more, but I'm just going to say 10,000. What would you do with it? Maybe you have a medical procedure that you need to take care of. Maybe you have a parent that needs a roof on their home, or maybe you need a roof on yours. Maybe you need to buy a car or pay off a car. Maybe there's a nonprofit organization that you want to support. Maybe you want to take your family on a really, really nice vacation. You know what the beautiful thing is? There's no specific reason why you would need it. The fact of the matter is the company not only allowed you to earn one $10,000 bonus, but the company allows you to earn multiple $10,000 bonuses over and over and over again. But here's a beautiful thing, and I was speaking with Pastor Bullock about this earlier today, and I was sharing with him how there's an opportunity with 100 memberships in your first 100 days in business to literally earn well over $50,000 in bonuses and commissions and overrides. And so you think about that. How powerful is that for a church that's trying to raise $400,000? It's a very, very powerful thing. And so he's very excited for what we had to share. But I'm not even done. I mean, I know as good as this is, I'm not even done. But let's just go back to my young lady, because she said to me, she said, well, all of that sounds great. She said, but I just really need an extra $400 or $500 or $600 a month. That's all I personally need. I said, well, fantastic. Let me share with you how we could specifically do that just for you. Now, of course, she doesn't need that $63 a month. So my first goal is to help her get what? 3 and free. But that's the first goal, is to make sure that she doesn't have that overhead. But because I'm working with her, because we'll be working with you, those 3 don't want the monthly subscription either. So what we help them to do is to become what we call 3 and free. Now, who does the heavy lifting? Not her, us. We do it for her. We do it for you. We help those 3 to become 3 and free as well. That means 9 more people on your team. And then, family, we go on, because those 9 are probably want to get rid of the 63 as well. We, us, the team, the leadership, your support team helps you to help those 9 to get 3 and free. And because of that, now this thing is going to spiral out of control for you because you don't even know these people. But the company guarantees you an extra $500 every single month for us helping you to have that. This resonated with her. She said, I can see that. It's not that difficult. I certainly know 3 people who love to travel, and I'm pretty sure they wouldn't want to pay the subscription fee either. See, family, when you summarize what we have just up until this point, the ability to earn money, not just when you refer people, but when other people refer people. To be able to even, she doesn't even know what a check match is. You probably won't know for a long time, but suffice it to say, the company pays you additional streams of income that you won't even be aware of. But that $500 guarantee, family, she said not only does she know people who would love to travel, but she knows people who could use that extra $500 as well. Family, I want to tell you real quickly as we close up about our Ultimate Director platform. See, family, what I love about our company is this, is that as you know, I've had personally positions where the higher I went up into the company, some of the things that I had here were pulled away when I went up in the company. You know what I love about this company is that the higher you go, you simply take what you had with you. And you know, like I would get a parking space, but I would lose my ability to earn overtime income. Well, here, family, you're going to take everything that you already have with you. What does that mean? Meaning everything that we just shared with you, all of the things that we're sharing with you here, you're not going to leave them when you move into the executive level. You're going to take them with you. So let's talk about our executive director level. See, as one of the marketing directors in this company, I will tell you that I have never seen a more lucrative platform than this particular platform. So when your team grows to where you're a level 1 director, I want you to picture this. You still have everything that you brought with you. But in addition to that, every single month on the 20th of the month, a check for $1,000 lands in your mailbox every single month. They're going to give you a nice blazer. It's really nice because it kind of says that you're a director of a family. $12,000 a year? Are you kidding me? Now, I want you to think about coming into 2019. Were there some bills you need to pay off? Was there a get out of debt goal? Was there a income goal? I mean, think about adding an extra 12,000, or at the next level, an extra 24,000. Again, remember, you still bringing all this additional income with you. See, at level 2 director family, now they're going to ask you to choose between the Dodge Charger or the Dodge Challenger. So let me set your mind at ease, because having, had to start over and, after the recession, I understand, wanting to get in debt. Well, you're not getting in debt here. The company is saying, listen, you choose the car. We purchased the car. We put Surge on the door and a black stripe across the top. Let me tell you something. They could put pink polka dots on it. It doesn't matter to me. But they're going to ship the car to you, and they're going to pay you $2,000 a month. That's $24,000 a year. So think about your W-2 and add $24,000 to your W-2. What changes for you and your family? Is there a private school you would love your children to go to, or a camp you want them to go to, or another home that you want to move into? With $24,000 a year, you save up for 4 years and make a significant deposit on the house of your dreams while driving the car that the company pays for. I mean, they pay on your insurance and your taxes, title, and licensing fees. Family, when you get to level 3, right, you're talking about a Mercedes CLA 45 AMG, a Jaguar XF, or a BMW 428i. But let me tell you why these numbers are important to me, because this is going to mean something different for everybody. Now, personally, family, coming through the recession, we didn't really make it out by 2011 after our bank filed bankruptcy and pulled a $2.5 million credit line out from under us. Quite frankly, me and my business partner fell on hard times to the extent of losing our homes, our cars, our friends, our credit, our credibility. And so I'm starting over in my 40s, right? And when you look, retirement age is not that far down the road. I mean, some of you on here are very, very young, and you just don't want to work till you have to retire. And then some of us have worked the 20, 25 years that we were told to do so, and we're looking at retirement around the horizon, and we're thinking, I need something else coming in other than my retirement and my Social Security. Well, you just found it. Because that $4,000 a month, the car is great, don't get me wrong. And I'm going to drive the brakes off of it. But the $4,000 a month, I want you to understand, guests, that's supplemental income. I mean, what happens when you get to the point that the company's paying you $8,000 a month? That's more coming in for most people than they have going out. How soon are we out of debt? With the exception of our house or our house or our car. How soon can we be out of debt? See, I want you to understand something, family, that this is going to change not just your life, but because each of these incomes, and part of the income that you brought forward with you into your directorship are residual incomes. It not only pays you from now on, it pays into your spouse, God forbid something happened to you, and your children and your children's children. There are additional levels, family. I mean, look at that. I remember sitting down with my financial advisor, and I remember him saying to me, he said, Janice, look, by the time you're 65, you need to have at least $1 million sitting in an annuity, earning 10% or some type of investment instrument, earning 10%. And I'm thinking to myself, dude, how does that happen? But then God had to remind me what I have my hands on. See, because an extra $12,000 a month, I want you to understand that is equivalent to having about $1.2 million in an investment instrument earning 10%. So what I want you to understand is the power of what we're talking about. All these great gifts and all these awards are wonderful, and I want the vacation house. What about you? Would you choose the motor home, the vacation home, or the motor coach, the vacation home, or the yacht? But you know what the beautiful thing is? It's up to you. Doesn't matter what you choose, but you're earning $10,000 a month plus everything that has come forward. The cars are parked in the driveway. The $1 million is parked in your bank. the Rolex or the diamonds or the furs are parked on your body. So what I'm saying to you, family, is that this company allows you to move through the ranks and bring what you have right with you. The beautiful thing that I love about Coach is how he really wants us to set up that next generation. I mean, he's a pastor, so he loves that scripture where, you know, to take care of your children and your children's children. And so level 8 director, literally $100,000 a month, every month, 1.2 million every year for 10 years. I remember saying to a young lady, she said, well, Miss Parker, she's 21. She said, Miss Parker, but it looks like it would take maybe 10 years. You know, it would take a long time to get to those levels like this. And I said, sweetheart, how old are you? And she said, I'm 21. And I said, do you know what your retirement age is? And she says, I think it's 65. I said, no, it's more like 72, 75. But let's just say it is 65. You're 21. Let's just say you're 20. That's 45 years. At 21, that's 44 years of your beautiful young life. So what if this did take 10 years and you were 31 years old? And you have everything that we just talked about at 31 years old. You and I, at whatever, I'll be 39 again in 10 years. But do you get my point? Family, I don't know anywhere where I could look. What job platform, Craigslist, Monster.com, Indeed.com, what executive platform will I qualify for to have this at the top of their compensation plan? But you know what the beautiful thing about our platform is you don't have to qualify. All you have to have is a dream. All you have to do is want something more. Listen, you may be looking at this and saying, oh, that sounds good, Coach JP, but let me tell you something. I'm good just to travel. I just want to see myself in that airplane. This is me right here. That's all I want to do. Great. Get back with the person that invited you. Because either way, grandmother said a penny saved is a penny earned. And if you're going to travel, you may as well save some money, which is the equivalent of earning some money. Yes or yes? And doesn't it make sense? And shouldn't you do that? Shouldn't you save money on your travel versus giving it to Expedia that's slated to be an $85 billion company this year? I think they'll be okay without ours. You may say, well, you know what? I just want to be a travel agent. That's all I want to do. I've always thought about it. Miss Rosa is an attorney on our team. And she said, I just told my husband I want to retire from everything and I want to be a travel agent. And then here y'all come. Well, see, God answers prayers. God hears the voice, right? But then you may say, well, you know what? I just really want to share that link. I have a nonprofit organization, and if that link can raise money for you, then great. Utilize the link. Or you may be that person who says, well, you know what? I really need that residual income. I want to create a dynasty for me and my family. You know what the beautiful thing is, family, is that the company does not, it doesn't matter. The company does not say what you have to do. So I'm going to challenge you to get back with the person that invited you. Don't be like me. I had every excuse in the book. I don't know what I'm doing. I just told you don't have to. I said, well, I don't have the money. Grandma used to say, if you find a great business idea, you figure it out, whether you got to pawn or borrow, but you don't let a good business opportunity go past you. You know what? I don't even think I have the time. You know, I remember I was working 3 part-time jobs, Cheryl, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't have time. Well, grandmother used to say this, you make time. I was so busy earning $30,000 to $40,000 a year that I wasn't willing to listen to how to earn $30,000 to $40,000 a month. And then there was a part about believing, Beverly. And for me, it was because at that particular juncture, because I lost everything during the recession, because the country had a recession and our bank filed bankruptcy, I found myself falling on hard times. It was really hard, Susie, for me to believe everything. But you know what's interesting is I went to see a young lady, and I close with this, by the name of Tashana. And Tashana had just in 12 months, she'd been displaced from her home just like me, but she had it with 5 children. And she was able to take this company. So eliminate my excuses. She took her last and got started. She was able to get in this company and in a year earn $100,000. And when I went to go meet her for the first time, they were handing her the keys to a brand new Dodge Challenger. She'd earned 6 figures in this company. And on that Saturday morning in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Crown Plaza Hotel, they handed her $15,000 in checks. You know what, Jacqueline? I became an instant believer at that point. And Grandma said this, you don't put off till tomorrow what you know you need to go get done today. And she used to say this, time waits for no one. And you don't want to have a life of regrets with a bunch of I wish I could have, would have, should have things that you never got done. So I'm going to challenge you to go ahead and get back with the person that invited you. Let's get you started. God bless each and every one of you. Listen, the harvest is plenty. and abundance is your birthright. We have the best platform out there. Now let's go tell the world. Have an amazing rest of your holiday weekend, family. God bless each and every one of you, and we'll talk to you soon.